Good afternoon, and thank you for joining us here on TableRockSports.net. Jim McCoy along with Johnny McCoy, and the game is quickly underway. We've got a couple of powerhouses going at it as the Sheldon Irish take on the South Medford Panthers. Game just getting underway. Ground ball hit to Worcester at second base. Throws over to first. There to reel it in for the Panthers is Bree Turry, and we've got one away. One down in the inning. And now batting for Sheldon is Brooke Peterson, playing second base. We're going to try to be real clever for you today and put lineup graphics up, but we just simply ran out of time. It's like, okay, well, the important thing is the game, and here we go. Count even at 1-1. On the hill, Jordan Knutson for South Medford. Pitch just misses outside as the count goes 2-1. It'll be Peterson, followed by Peyton Burnham. Next offering, this one will be fouled off to the left. Levels the count at 2-2. Beautiful afternoon for baseball, and fortunately just a few degrees cooler than it was on Friday. Next pitch runs the count full. The Irish coming in with a perfect league record. No losses on the year at all at 17-0. South Medford finds themselves in a tie for second with Grants Pass. Next pitch fouled away. Off to the left. Count remains full at 3-2. Payoff pitch, and she strikes them out. So Knutson, a good battle between batter and pitcher. Pitcher prevails this time, and there's two down, and that'll bring up Peyton Burnham. Swing and a miss, strike one. Knutson off to a great start throwing strikes. Delivers. That'll miss outside as the count levels up at 1-1. Line drive hit out to left field. Taylor there to make the catch. And that'll do it for the Panthers as the Irish go 3 up and 3 down. We'll take a 1-minute timeout, and then we'll be back with more Southern Oregon softball action here on TableRockSports.net.
Game day adventure starts at Pinnacle 365. Kick off your day with some morning motivation. Then add some crunch to your game day with mouth-watering crispy crunchy chicken party meals featuring bone-in, tenders, and wings. Make sure you remember the biscuits. You're sure to be the hit of the party when you show up with the crispy crunchy chicken party meal. Plus, with our Peak Rewards app, you can be earning savings on fuel for your next fill-up. Enjoy your game day adventures more at Pinnacle 365.
Are you an honorably discharged U.S. veteran? If so, did you know that you and your spouse could save approximately $5,000 by taking advantage of using a VA National Cemetery? You and your spouse get a grave or urn space, grave lining, opening and closing, headstone, and perpetual care, all free. Conger Morris can assist you with making all final arrangements and also help with other benefits that you and your spouse are entitled to as a veteran. Call Conger Morris or visit one of the offices.
At South Medford, we go to the home half of the first inning. The Irish going 3 up and 3 down. A ground out, a strikeout, and a fly out to left field. Leading off will be second baseman for the Panthers, June Worcester. Pitch inside. Worcester, with patience at the plate, gets ahead of Burnham. Burnham throwing gas here in this matchup. Okay, let's get that scoreboard corrector. There you see Burnham ahead in the count 1-2. Swing and a miss for strike 3. So in our first look at Burnham, I'll tell you what, she can bring it. We're sitting right behind home plate. Peyton will catch the inside corner, gets ahead 0-1 to Casey Hudson, who will be starting in center field in game 1 of this doubleheader. Ball popped up on the infield, over wide of third base. Kind of a tricky angle there, couldn't quite get to it. So Hudson stays alive, but Burnham ahead in the count at 0-2. Burnham winds and fires. And now the count goes 1-2. And another K for Burnham. 2 down. And Kirsten Morgan, Panther shortstop, right-handed hitter, stands in. Burnham throwing heat in. She's ahead at 0-1. Check swing. Count goes 0-2. The Sheldon defense, you got Gallegos at first, Peterson at second. Over at third is Coffin. Shortstop is Resides. 0-2 pitch, and Burnham strikes out the side. So the Panthers go 3 up and 3 down. It's scoreless after 1. And we'll be right back in 60 seconds.
This is Maya. As an embedded systems engineering student at Rogue Community College, Maya spends a lot of time in the lab, learning circuit design and making great connections with her instructors and classmates. By riding the bus and not owning a car, Maya saves almost $1,000 a month. RBTD helps Maya get to and from class safely and easily, enabling her to invest in her bright future at Oregon Tech. Way to go, Maya!
Don't stop! Get it! Back off with my greatness in!
Get a little Dutch Bros in here.
Another Dutch Bros.
Oh my goodness, that is so good. So worth it. Oh my god.
It's pretty freaking dope, dude. I love every single day of it.
Back to action here at South Medford High School. Knutson going toe-to-toe with Burnham and opens with a strike to the Irish cleanup hitter, Avery Coffin, playing third base today. Coffin will be followed in the order by Jasmine Gallegos and Ashlyn Martin, the 4, 5, and 6 hitters. Knutson ahead here at 1 and 2, so far we may have a pitcher's duel on our hands. It'll be interesting to see how the appeal, and no swing is the call. So the count even up now at 2 and 2 to Coffin. Gets just a piece of it, and she stays alive at 2 and 2. The rest of the order, the 7, 8, and 9 hitters, it'll be Kaylee Waller, who's a designated player, Olivia Gilhuber in right field, and then the left field, playing left field, will be. This is never a good sign when you can't read your own writing, but it'll be Miller, Reagan Miller, playing left field to complete the batting order. 2 and 2 the count to the leadoff hitter, Coffin. Try to get that South Medford defense set for you after this pitch. Pitch a little high and outside. That'll run the count to 3 and 2. It's Turi over at first base. Worcester at second. Playing third is Boren. And taking the stroll down to first base, working a good at-bat to draw the leadoff walk is Avery Coffin. And that'll bring up Jasmine Gallegos. Gallegos playing first base for Coach Falconer. Runner shows, and as they make the throw down to first, looks like they might have caught her in the right arm. So they'll quickly tend to her, and as she's seated just left of the bag. So top of the second. And Coffin drawing the walk. And as she edged off the bag after the pitch, throw down to first. It ended up catching Coffin, and they'll be looking after her. I think as they continue to tend to her, we'll just take a quick 30-second timeout. Scoreless ball game, top of the second. We'll be back after this 30-second timeout.
Hey, you know how people complain about how Dutch Bros workers are like too nice, too hyper, compliment you too much, whatever? Maybe you're not nice enough. Maybe you need to get a little Dutch Bros in you.
After being tended to, Avery Coffin will remain in the ball game down at first base, wearing number 4. Presently 0-1 count to Jasmine Gallegos. Coffin looking like a threat to run. And this one fouled back behind us as the count goes 0-2. Gallegos with Ashlyn Martin on deck. Knutson. Pitch outside. It'll be interesting to see in this heat how fatigue plays a role in today's doubleheader, if anything. Line drive, hit out to left field, making the catches, Taylor. And there's one away. Malaya Taylor out playing left field. One down in the inning. And that'll bring up the center fielder, Ashlyn Martin. First pitch from Knutson. A ball is the call. As she looks in, working quickly. Ball popped up on the infield. Terry calling for it. And there's one down. So 2 gone in the inning with a runner at first. And that'll bring up Ashlyn Martin. Martin, the center fielder. Knutson opens with a strike. Pitch goes for a ball. Quickly rising out of the crouch at catcher is Shelby Hillier. Keeping a keen eye on the runner Coffin. Pitch inside. Runner's going to take off. Hillier double clutches. Thinks better of it. As now Coffin finds herself in scoring position off of the stolen base. Knutson comes to the plate. Fouled away. The count even up now at 2-2. I think if I'm the South Medford Defenders, one of the things that I appreciate about the pitcher Knutson is she works quickly. Not a lot of downtime between pitches. Keeps you mentally engaged in the game. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. So a strikeout of Martin. And that will do it for the Irish. Burnham coming in, getting her warm-ups in. The outfield, it's Miller in left, Martin in center, and Gilhuber patrolling right field. Leading off for the Panthers, cleanup hitter, Sidney Boren. Home half of the second inning, and Burnham, who struck out the side in the first, opens up with another strike. Swing and a miss. Burnham quickly gets ahead. 0-2. Next pitch. That's 4 consecutive strikeouts now. And that'll bring up the number 5 hitter in the order, designated player Aubrey Joe. Ball popped up in the air. There to close the glove on it for the out is Gallegos. And there's 2 down. Turry pops it up on the infield. A quick inning for the Panthers. 3 up, 3 down. We'll go to the top of the third. Scoreless ball game. We'll be back in 60 seconds.
What do you do when you get injured in a motorcycle accident and you need legal help? Easy. Just go to letusfightforyou.com. That's it. Letusfightforyou.com, helping Oregonians get justice for over 40 years.
Get ready for winter's snowy, icy, slippery roads at Lithia Chrysler Jeep Dodge of Medford. We've stocked up on over 100 quality pre-owned trucks and SUVs, and every pre-owned 4x4 and all-wheel drive in stock is sale priced. Many are still under factory warranty or come with our 60-day, 3,000-mile comprehensive used vehicle warranty. And our finance experts are ready to help with a quick, easy, and hassle-free process with great finance options. Be safe, warm, and secure this winter. Get to the Lithia Chrysler Jeep Dodge of Medford Superstore.
So what do you do when you get injured on the job and need to know your rights with workers' compensation? Easy. Just go to letusfightforyou.com. That's it. Letusfightforyou.com, helping Oregonians get justice for over 40 years.
Top of the third. Leadoff hitter for the Irish, Kaylee Waller. Designated player. Actually, that's Gilhuber. I knew that there was something weird in the last inning. I'd fallen behind in the batting order here. So that is Gilhuber, the right fielder. Now we're caught up. 0-1 the count. Knutson ahead now at 0-2. Swing and a miss. 1 down in the inning. Gilhuber down on strikes. Unofficially, that's 3 strikeouts for Knutson, who has done a nice job of matching her opposite Burnham for Sheldon. Pop up on the infield. And that happened in fair territory. So that'll go down as an E5 as the Irish pick up a base runner. Back to the top of the order we go. Kenley Pappas. Pitch catches the outside corner as the count goes 0-1. Kenley, her first at-bat, grounded to second. Ball hit in the air, and that will fall into shallow left center field. First hit of the day for either team. So you have Pappas at first, Miller at second. One down. And here's Brooke Peterson. On target, a strike for Knutson. And Knutson, a young one, just a sophomore. Count even now at 1-1. Knutson doing a good job of painting those corners. A little bit of a Sherwin-Williams touch here. Knutson ahead at 1-2. Ground ball to second base. The runners will advance. So on the ground out by Peterson, we now have runners at second and third. And two down. That'll bring up the pitcher, Burnham. First pitch fouled back to the screen as the count goes 0-1. Burnham with an opportunity here to help her own cause as she has two runners in scoring position. Knutson comes to the plate. Count evens up now at 1-1. Next pitch, down to second it goes. And the throw gets away from the first baseman. One run will score. Two runs will score. And a courtesy runner into the ball game now for the pitcher, Burnham. Two-base error for Burnham brings home a pair of runs as Pappas and Miller score. First pitch goes for a strike. Count 0-1 to Avery Coffin. She drew a walk in her last at-bat. Swing and a miss. The count now 0-2 to the Irish third baseman. She's got a runner at second with two out. 2 runs on the board here in this inning. With 1-2, the count. Knutson trying to get her team out of the inning. Ball hit in the air and foul territory. Daly made a game effort to try to make the play on it. Just misses on that one. So Coffin will stay alive at 1-2. The runner, the courtesy runner for Burnham, back to second base. Little housekeeping there in the circle. Everything's all squared away. And the count now even at 2-2. The next pitch. That one fell back to the screen. Avery Coffin working a good at-bat here. And a ball over from the JV game. Going to get that out of foul territory. So a 2-2. Coffin stands back in. Popped up. Out of play. Coffin continuing to work away against Knutson, the pitcher. Fouling off pitch after pitch. Swing and a miss. Knutson prevails, and that will end it for the Irish in the top of the third, but not before they pick up a pair of runs on a hit and 2 Panther errors. We'll take a quick timeout, and then we'll be back with the home half of the third inning after these messages here on TableRockSports.net.
Cellular Prepaid, our plans have no extra fees, like our lowest priced unlimited plan at just $40 a month. So don't get surprised by other providers and their extra fees. Plus, with our unlimited plans, you get your choice of a free Galaxy A14 5G or Moto G Power. With US Cellular Prepaid, what you see is what you get.
No extra fees and no surprises with US Cellular at Siskiyou, the Rogue Valley's exclusive authorized agent for US Cellular. Visit souscellular.com for details.
Bill's Glass covers the full spectrum of your glass needs and dreams. Having new windows installed by Bill's Glass dramatically update and improves the look of your home and helps reduce energy bills year-round. Let Bill's Glass show you what you've been missing. Bill's Glass, the largest glass company in Southern Oregon for your home and auto, as well as the trusted industry leader for over 50 years. Locally owned, family run, Bill's Glass in Ashland, Medford, and Grants Pass.
Back to action. 1-1 the count to Nicole Ledendecker playing right field today. She'll be followed by Shelby Hillier and Malaya Taylor. Pitch just catches the inside corner for a strike as the count goes 1-2. The Irish do not give the opposition much opportunity to score. 13 of their 17 victories have been shutouts on the season. And Peyton Burnham off to a great start here. Ground ball hit to shortstop. A little bit of trouble there. And the runner is safe. A little trouble there for the Irish defense. And runners have been hard to come by for the Panthers today. Shelby Hillier stands in. She shows bunt. And that one popped up back to the screen. Bunt down the first base line. Throw to first. And the sacrifice by Hillier is successful. So the first runner in scoring position of the day for the Panthers. And now Malaya Taylor will stand in. South Medford left fielder. She shows bunt. You always see a lot of action in the infield as they're mindful of the base runners. Foul ball. Back out of play it goes as the count goes even at 1-1. Knowing that runners are going to come at a premium today, you can imagine that South Medford will be looking at the scratch and claw, the small ball method of trying to get runs across if they can. Throw down to second base. Now we've got a rundown going on. And the Irish successful in erasing Ledendecker. She gets caught in the rundown, and now there's 2 down. 1-1 the count to Taylor. Now with the bases clear. Appeal down to first. Denied. The count 2-1 to Taylor. Malaya Taylor. Sophomore. Saw some of her a little bit last year in action. And Malaya gets aboard. So 2 down. Back to the top of the Panther order we go. June Worcester struck out her first time up. Burnham looks in, comes to the plate. And she catches the corner as the count goes 1-1. Both of these pitchers doing a great job of painting those corners today. Pitch low and inside. Count 2-1 to Worcester with Casey Hudson on deck. Pitches a ball, gets away from the catcher and down to second base. In scoring position is Taylor. As she motors down to second on the opportunity. 2-1 the count with 2 gone. That one hit foul. And the count now full at 3-2. Payoff pitch. Almost hit in the same spot last time. As Worcester pulls it foul. So 2 gone, full count. Runner at second. Here comes Burnham. And she catches the inside corner for the strike. So the Panthers get a pair of runners, one on an error and one hit by pitch, but they're unable to do anything with it. After 3 full, it is the Irish 2, the Panthers nothing. We'll be right back after these messages.
it takes meticulous planning. Continuous monitoring. And forward thinking to deliver the perfect 3-egg omelet.
Come enjoy the patio weather and a brand new menu at Tap Rock Northwest Grill, where friends and family get.
To the top of the fourth, Jasmine Gallegos playing first base today. Waits the pitch. And that'll even up the count at 1-1. The difference in this game so far, just a couple of unfortunate miscues for South Medford. Sheldon with just one hit in the game, but have managed to scratch out a pair of runs. And Knutson gets the strikeout. 1 up, 1 down. Top of the fourth. That'll bring up Ashlyn Martin. The Irish ranked number 1 in the state. The ball's hit into shallow right field. That's going to fall in for a base hit. Martin with her first hit of the day. Hit the gap. That falls in. We've got the Irish, who are ranked number 1 in the state, predictably. No losses on the season. South Medford checking in as the number 3 team. Knutson opens with a strike to Kaylee Waller. Pitch fouled back, and just like that, Knutson is ahead 0-2. South Medford at 14-3 overall. 2 of the 3 losses came in a doubleheader sweep up in Grants Pass last Saturday. Pop up on the infield. Turry there to close the glove on it. And there's 2 gone. Standing in will be Olivia Gilhuber. She struck out her first appearance of the day. The runner goes, throw down to second base, and crime doesn't pay. Throw by Hillier right on the money. And that will end it in the Irish here in the third. Here in the fourth, I should say. And Knutson faces the minimum. We'll go to the bottom of the fourth right after these messages on TableRockSports.net.
You do when you don't know the first step in applying for Social Security disability? It's easy. Just go to letusfightforyou.com. That's it. Letusfightforyou.com, helping Oregonians get justice for over 40 years.
Daily adventures start right here at Pinnacle 365. You'll find exactly what you need for your morning motivation. Later in the day, add some crunch to your lunch with crispy, crunchy chicken's mouth-watering chicken and chicken tenders. Wherever your next adventure takes you, we're here to keep you energized throughout the day. And our new Peak Rewards program helps you save money on fuel, so you can travel further for less. Daily adventures are better with Pinnacle 365.
There's a time machine that takes you back to a world just a few streets wide. So dive into the past and let them see the world through a simpler lens called Southern Oregon. Their adventure begins when you travel Medford.
Casey Hudson will lead off, the Panther fourth. Peyton Burnham picking up right where she left off. They'll lay down the bunt right of the circle. The throw is in time, and there's one down. Play goes 1-3, and there's one away. Number 3 hitter in the order, and the second hitter of the inning is Kirsten Morgan, South Medford shortstop. Hits the ball into right center field. That's going to fall in and bounce to the wall. Morgan goes lumbering around second. She's going to go ahead and come in at third. And she's out. So the Panthers, with their first hit of the ball game, goes bouncing out to right center field. Turned around second, and you could tell she had third base completely in her eyes there. And if you're a South Medford fan, unfortunately, the Irish catch her. 2 out in the inning. A little bit of a collision there, but a nice looking hit, the most solid hit that the Panthers have made all day. And of course, there in that collision is Coffin, who got hurt as a base runner earlier in the ball game. But everybody back to their positions with 2 down. And that'll bring up Sydney Boren. Bourne, the senior, playing the hot corner over at third base. She shows bunt. Burnham promptly gets ahead at 0-2. Next pitch, swing and a miss. Strike 3. So the Panthers get a hit. Unable to score. We'll take a quick break. Then we'll come to the top of the 5th inning. It's 2-0 ball game. Plenty of action here. Don't you dare go away. We'll be back in 60 seconds.
Choose a company that best represents you and our local community.
Choose a company that focuses on relationships rather than transactions.
Choose a company that empowers their employees and provides growth opportunities from within.
Choose a company that shows compassion and rises to the occasion in times of need.
Call a John L. Scott broker today.
Any time is a good time to plan your funeral, except at the time of the funeral. At Conger Morris, we know that there are so many advantages to planning ahead. It eases the burden on our families at their worst time. Pre-planning also alleviates their stress, knowing the funeral costs are already taken care of. And it allows your service to be more meaningful, with all of your wishes being taken care of. Call us today for personalized assistance in creating your own plan. Conger Morris, we'll always be there.
Gilhuber will lead off here in the top of the fifth. Fouls that off to the right as the count goes 0-1. Jordan Knutson, sophomore, pitching a good game in her own right. It's the swing and a miss as the count goes 0-2. Just in time for the spring sports seasons, Table Rock Sports welcomes Dutch Bros to our sponsor lineup. Swing and a miss. Strike three. So for Knutson, that's her sixth strikeout of the game. Peyton Burnham for Sheldon has 6 in the ball game. 1 out, and that'll bring up Reagan Miller. So Knutson throwing bullets here, and a swing and a miss, strike two. Miller strikes out there. She had scored one of the 2 runs that the Irish had scored. She had gotten on an error, then later came home. To the top of the order we go. The catcher, Kinley Pappas. 1 for 2 on the day. Singled and scored in the third. Pitch fouled back to the screen. Knutson promptly getting ahead here at 0-1. Pop up the shallow left center field. Taylor closes the glove on it for the out. And that will do it for the Irish in the top of the fifth. 3 up, 3 down. We'll be back with the home half of the 5th inning right after these messages on TableRockSports.net.
Dear Dad, today was hard. You know how much I love you, and you know how much I love sports. I was afraid to say this to your face, but I heard you yelling again from the stands during my game. You were shouting at the coach, the refs, even the other parents. It embarrasses me when you yell at everyone. It really stresses me out. I love sports. I love to play, and I love my team. I want us both to enjoy the game, win or lose. But we can't if you always lose your temper. I hope you can cheer for me and the other players. It's about more than just the score. It's about us all enjoying the experience. I hope you can join me for my next game. I really want you to be there. Love, Katie.
Aubrey Joe will lead off the bottom of the 5th. And try to see what they can do to solve Peyton Burnham, who's allowed just 1 hit thus far in the ball game. But Joe, nice drive hit out to right field, but there to make the catch is Olivia Gilhuber, and there's 1 away. F9 on the play. That'll bring up Bree Turry. Popped up the short, her first at-bat of the day. Pitch high as the count goes 1-0. Talk about how stingy the Irish have been 13 shutouts on the season. Last team to score against them, Roseburg, put up 1 run back on the 19th of April, and that's the last one. They're on the ground out. The play goes 4-3. And there's 2 down. In fact, Sheldon has allowed just 6 runs total in their 17-game schedule so far. Burnham promptly gets ahead of the Panther hitter, Ledendecker. She got on an error her first time up. This time, pops it up the short, there to make the play for the Irish. That's Kylie resides, and that will do it for the Panthers here in the bottom of the 5th. It's a 2-0 game. Sheldon on top. We'll be right back after this 60-second timeout.
Game day or a family get-together. Sherm's has the quality products and prices that will make you cheer. Sherm's Thunderbird Market, Medford's original discount grocery store.
We love our sports here.
It's our responsibility to keep them great. And we need you to know your role.
You can be a player.
You can be a coach.
You can be a spectator.
Or an official.
But you only get to be one. Know your role.
Parents, release your kid to the game.
It's my experience.
Don't yell at the refs. They have a hard job.
Know your role.
Players, respect your opponents.
Love to play, win or lose.
Know your role.
So what do when you get injured in a motorcycle accident and you need legal help? Easy. Just go to letusfightforyou.com. That's it. Letusfightforyou.com, helping Oregonians get justice for over 40 years.
To the top of the 6th. And it has been a fine effort on the hill by Jordan Knutson today. She quickly gets ahead, 0-1. Trying to do play-by-play and graphics, among other things. It's hard to be too official in terms of our own scorekeeping, but if memory serves me correct, both of the runs charged to Knutson have been, well, maybe we'll say that one of the 2 are earned. I think probably the single by Pappas and her eventually scoring would be charged as an earned run. But it's been a close ball game today, and Knutson has definitely done her part. Ball in the dirt. Count even at 2-2 to Peterson, who was struck out and grounded out. Leadoff hitter in the top of the 6th. Ball hit to left field. That one's going to drop in for a base hit. Third hit of the ball game for the Irish. Leadoff hitter aboard. And that'll bring up the pitcher, Peyton Burnham. Bouncing ball hit down to short. And throw gets away from the first baseman. So they get the lead runner. Peterson, but as they try to get the out on Burnham, the throw ends up getting away from the Panthers. So Sheldon with a runner at second and one down. And here is Avery Coffin. Knutson ahead here at 0-2. Burnham at second. It's been a tough day for Coffin. Coffin, you may recall, as they tried to pick her off first, got hit in the shoulder, and then when Morgan went into third base on the Panthers' first hit of the game, there was a collision there, and now Coffin hit by a pitch. So now runners at first and second with one down. Gallegos 0 for 2 on the day. Ahead here, though, at 1-0. So I think probably on the ride home, Avery Coffin will be keeping Icy hot in business. Swing and a miss. Strike two. Knutson working her way through a little bit of sixth inning trouble. Line out to shortstop, and then a play at second. And she's out. So the unconventional double play, the pitcher's best friend, gets the Panthers out of the inning. They trail in the ball game 2-0. We'll see what they try to do in terms of getting a rally started right after these messages.
The days grow long, calling you to pack a bag, grab the kids, and hit the road to Southern Oregon. Your journey begins when you travel Medford.
This is Jake. He's a serious cyclist training for his next race. Each morning, Jake takes his bike on the bus to work. By not owning a car, Jake is saving nearly $1,000 a month in gas, car payments, insurance, and repair. The money he saves allows him to participate in the race for a cure for breast cancer. With every ride he takes, he's 1 mile closer to crossing the finish line on behalf of his mom. Way to go, Jake.
There's a time machine that takes you back to a world just a few streets wide. So dive into the past and let them see the world through a simpler lens called Southern Oregon. Their adventure begins when you travel Medford.
Bottom of the sixth. Hillier. Foul ball, so she'll return to the batter's box, pick up her stick, get ready to do it again. Shelby Hillier, technically 0 for 0 on the day as her lone at bat. She had a sacrifice bunt. Pop up on the infield. There to make the catch for Sheldon. Jasmine Gallegos, and there's one away. Malia Taylor hit by a pitch. Her first at-bat of the day stands in. Fouls it away. Burnham doing a good job of keeping her pitches down. And you can tell with the Panther hitters, not getting quite the type of contact that they want. 0-2 the count to Taylor. Swing and a miss. It's dropped, though. Throw down to first. And there's 2 away. For Burnham, unofficially, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 strikeouts on the day, including the first 4 batters of the game. On 1 the count. As we go to the top of the order, to Jane Worcester. Struck out twice today. Burnham ahead here. And she gets her looking. So the Irish cutting through the Panthers like a knife through hot butter. We go to the top of the 7th. It's a 2-0 ball game. We'll be right back after these messages.
I'm Pat Cox with Sherm's Food Stores. The employees of Sherm's are proud to be part of your community.
We have thousands of customers in our stores every day, and our checkers know a lot of them on a first-name basis. They tend to enjoy what they do, and they love it, so it reflects in how they treat the customer.
If you live anywhere in Southern Oregon, there's a Sherm's store near you. We hope to see you soon.
If you shop with us, you will save money.
Daily adventure starts at Pinnacle 365. Accelerate your day with morning motivation. That midday pick-me-up pit stop. Plus, earn free rewards with our Peak Rewards app. And when you buy Red Bull, Old Wisconsin Jerky, and many other items, you'll accumulate big savings on fuel. With locations in Oregon and California, we are here to keep you energized throughout the day. And with our Peak Rewards app, we'll help you travel further for less, keeping more money in your pockets. Daily adventures are better with Pinnacle 365.
82 and sunny here in Medford. Perfect day for a ball game. And Knutson gets ahead here quickly. Pitch fouled back. Knutson squaring off with Ashlyn Martin, who has one of 3 hits against Knutson on the day. Swing and a miss. So Jordan accounting for herself very well here today. Top of the 7th. Retires the first hitter. And that'll bring up Kaylee Waller. Waller 0 for 2 on the day. Swing and a miss, strike 1. As Waller swings right through that one. Knutson now promptly ahead at 0-2. Here we are in the final, what should more than likely be the final inning of the opening game, and she's showing no signs of fatigue here, as she's got just as much mustard on the old number 1 as she did at the beginning of the game. Swing and a miss. Strike 2. Olivia Gilhuber, right fielder. Strike 3, the call. And the Sheldon Irish pick up the victory. They run the record to 18-0 after defeating the South Medford Panthers 2-0 in a pitcher's duel. We'll take a quick timeout, and then we'll be back with the postgame show brought to you courtesy of Dutch Bros following these messages.
Game day adventure starts at Pinnacle 365. Kick off your day with some morning motivation. Then add some crunch to your game day with mouth-watering crispy crunchy chicken party meals featuring bone-in, tenders, and wings. Make sure you remember the biscuits. You're sure to be the hit of the party when you show up with the crispy crunchy chicken party meal. Plus, with our Peak Rewards app, you can be earning savings on fuel for your next fill-up. Enjoy your game day adventures more at Pinnacle 365.
Are you an honorably discharged U.S. veteran? If so, did you know that you and your spouse could save approximately $5,000 by taking advantage of using a VA National Cemetery? You and your spouse get a grave or urn space, grave lining, opening and closing, headstone, and perpetual care, all free. Conger Morris can assist you with making all final arrangements and also help with other benefits that you and your spouse are entitled to as a veteran. Call Conger Morris or visit one of the offices.
Hey, you know how people complain about how Dutch Bros workers are like too nice, too hyper, compliment you too much, whatever? Maybe you're not nice enough. Maybe you need to get a little Dutch Bros in you.
Time has taken its toll on your once beautiful windows. It's time to team up with Elizabeth Brett and Renewal by Andersen and upgrade your outlook on the world. Design experts like Elizabeth work with Renewal's trained installers and industry-leading products to ensure a client-friendly process. Transform the look, efficiency, and value of your property, just as these homeowners have done. Elizabeth and the Renewal team will be with you every step of the way, from design to completion of the install.
Hi, I'm Elizabeth Brett. Call me at the number below to schedule your design consultation.
So game one of today's doubleheader between the top-ranked Sheldon Irish out of the Eugene-Springfield area. They come away winners by a score of 2-1. Peyton Burnham throwing a one-hitter for Sheldon. She recorded 8 strikeouts on the day, equally as impressive. No walks in the game and 1 hit batsman. Going toe-to-toe with her, however, making an excellent outing for South Medford, Jordan Knutson had 9 strikeouts on the day, allowed just 3 hits, and there were 3 errors on the part of the Panthers. So taking away the victory, Sheldon, they go to 18-0. The Panthers now 14-4 overall and 10-4 in the Southwest Conference. We'll take a little bit of a break, and we invite you to tune in a little bit later. We'll bring you to game number 2 of the doubleheader, and that will be coming up here in just a little while as they take about a half-hour break or so and then get ready to do business once again. And we'd like to thank you for watching today's live streaming action. The South Medford High School Athletic Director, James Joy, for hosting the Lithia Superstore Game of the Day on TableRockSports.net in today's broadcast. Our next Table Rock Sports presentation featuring the Lady Panthers will be coming up here in just a little while. I would say here probably in about 25 minutes. You might want to go ahead and go to TableRockSports.net. Go ahead and punch on that, and we'll be getting you ready for the second game. Again, the final score on the John L. Scott scoreboard shows Sheldon 2, South Medford 0. This has been a presentation of Table Rock Sports. Executive producer is Joe Brett. With Johnny McCoy on the camera, I'm Jim McCoy saying thanks for watching and have a great day from South Medford High School in Medford, Oregon.